AMD just announced their new Radeon RX 7000 GPU set to be released on December 13th. And to quickly go over the important stuff, they are releasing the flagship 7900 XTX and 7900 XT first, priced at $999 and $899 respectively. They have a greater than 50% performance per watt improvement over RDNA 2 and over 2 times the raw teraflop compute performance, leading to what they are marketing as the world's most advanced graphics card architecture, which is already a suspiciously worded statement. More on that in a bit. Although the processor node is a generation behind Nvidia's 4nm 4000 series, they are using a multi-chip module design, similar to their Ryzen processors that have revolutionized the CPU space. And on top of that, they are undercutting Nvidia in an attempt to win over the wallets of gamers. And I think they will do that. This is an exceptional opportunity for AMD. Nvidia's consumer sentiment is at an all-time low because of the 4080 12GB and the 12V high power connector causing issues, and they know that.
And there's no need for a new power adapter.
They even look to be implementing Type-C for you VR lovers, but even though I love the announcement and I'm extremely excited for the launch on December 13th, I can't help but feel skeptical over a couple of things that they said and also some things that they didn't say. And unfortunately, despite the hype, not even AMD thinks that they can compete with Nvidia's RTX 4090. Let me explain. So I have a question. Are you an avid PC enthusiast stuck with that ugly ass Windows watermark ruining your gaming and streaming experience? Well, I have great news for you. Whokeys is a software licensing website dedicated to getting you affordable keys. And the best part is you can get rid of that watermark in a matter of minutes. All you need to do is head down to the video description, click the sponsor link and enjoy an additional 25% off using my coupon code TL20. With PayPal checkout and quick key delivery, all you need to do is hit the Windows key, type activate and paste your key right here to become fully activated. It really is that simple and that cheap. So head down to the video description if that sounds right for you. And thank you Whokeys for sponsoring this video. So what I'm going to do in this video is express some of my concerns and some of the suspicious things that I noticed for 2 reasons. 1, I think it's a well-grounded, unique perspective that you may not find elsewhere. And 2, in all of the hype, there were several things that were missing, which usually isn't a good sign. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably end up upgrading my gaming system to AMD's next generation myself, over Nvidia's 4000 series, and I currently have a 3080 which I'm very happy with. But we do still need to be objective about this, and talk about drivers, power targets, the lack of comparative performance, and some of the doubts that AMD have themselves. So let's start with the drivers. If you take a look at the AMD subreddit, it is plagued with posts from people complaining about pretty basic stuff, broken in updates. And the thing that concerns me the most about this is that the graphics cards promoted in AMD's RDNA 3 announcement are using a much more complex architecture. The multi-chip module design consists of 1 graphics complex die to handle compute and several memory complex dies for these higher end models. Because this is a big change from the standard monolithic die AMD and Nvidia have used, it adds a significant amount of complexity from both an engineering and software perspective. My feeling is that if AMD drivers are still receiving a lot of negative feedback currently, I don't see that getting better for a more complex architecture like this one. More complexity is likely going to be less stable. And this might spill over into FSR3, which actually looks quite good. FSR3 is an upscaling technology and AMD's answer to Nvidia's DLSS. AMD states that FSR3 will have up to a 2 times increase in performance when compared to their previous FSR2, and with 216 games that now support it, it does look to provide a significant performance uplift, which you may actually see. Unlike even Nvidia's RTX 4090, the new Radeon GPUs will come with DisplayPort 1.2, which is actually quite a big deal. It allows up to a massive 480Hz 4K or 165Hz 8K through its 54 gigabits a second DisplayPort link. This means that in lightweight games, you can actually take advantage of the graphics horsepower to deliver the frames you are rendering. However, software technologies really haven't been AMD's strong suit, and if you do any kind of production or data work, you'll know that AMD's software suite really can't compare to things like NVIDIA CUDA support. But before we move on to concerns about gaming performance, let's talk power targets. This was meant to be a strong win for AMD. The RX 7900 XTX comes in at 355 watts total board power and 300 watts for the 7900 XT, which compared to Nvidia's 4090 at 450 watts sounds great. But the thing that you have to remember is that that's not far off the 4090 with an undervolt. And with an undervolt, you are looking at limited performance loss. So unless you can undervolt the new chiplet architecture to the same degree with similar and negligible performance loss, it may not be the win that we were hoping for. However, the standard 2 8-pin power connectors are a very welcome inclusion, especially in light of the recent 16-pin 12V high power connectors melting. Which brings us on to comparative performance, the thing that matters most, and the place that I want you guys to focus the most of your attention. What I would love to tell you is that compared to the RTX 4090, it performs, wait, how does it perform? Oh yeah, we don't know. Which, if that isn't concerning enough for you, I noticed something much, much worse. And it doesn't sound like AMD are looking to compete with the RTX 4090 at all. In all of the exciting visuals and non-comparative performance data, we were missing several important things. Things like CPU use, graphics settings, smart access memory. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, this is what AMD followed up with.
The world's fastest gaming card under $1,000.
Oof, that is quite the caveat. Clearly, AMD do not think they are faster than the 4090, and this is coming from someone that was hoping that they were, but hopefully it will at least match or beat the RTX 4080. But as always, we will have to wait and see for independent reviews. So please don't take this video as a bash on AMD. I think they've done an excellent job. The announcement was fantastic to watch, and I really am truly excited to see what their next generation brings to the table. But for now, thank you very much for watching. And remember guys, share, like, subscribe, they are always appreciated, and I hope you have an amazing day.